having taught at the university level for many years, I developed a course in poetry for children to help librarians and teachers get familiar with the genre. And I didn't find a book that I could use that I liked, so I decided to write it. And I put together all my ideas and strategies, my favorite lists of poetry, how to evaluate, how to share, etc. And the American Library Association published it in 2008, and it did really well, and I was so pleased. It got a great response, and they asked me to do a second edition, which came out this year, and I'm really pleased that there is a book now that's very practical and full of information about the awards that are given to poetry, about how to share it with kids, how to sing a poem, all kinds of things. I've authored several now at this point to help promote and guide educators in sharing poetry. It's kind of a thing, an obsession. And one is called Poetry People. It is a reference book about 60 plus poets, and it basically features each poet one at a time with some biographical info and then a short little treatment about their works, at least up to that point. The poets keep writing, of course. And that was fun to dig deep into all those different people who write for kids. And I created what's called the Poetry Teacher's Book of Lists. And it's essentially 150 lists of poetry organized in all kinds of ways. So you can find poems about dinosaurs for President's Day, as well as about 25, 30 different lists of strategies, how to promote Poetry Month, how to set up your classroom or library. So that's very practical also. And then I collaborated with my friend and colleague and poet, Janet Wong, and we have now created 3 anthologies of poetry. We call them the Poetry Friday Anthology. One for kindergarten through 5th grade, one for middle school, and one focused on science at the elementary grades. And each of those has original poems by a variety of poets, and then I create the mini lessons or the Take 5 activities that go with every single poem. And we are working on a new book that will come out next spring, all tied to holidays and celebrations.